Hey, what's up guys? Pastor Gaming here, bringing you top tier StarCraft action. That's not it, pack. I'm gonna get this game through tonight. Hey, what's up guys? Pastor Gaming here, aka GamerSteed, bringing you top tier StarCraft action. So before we go any further, spawning up here in the top position, representing Barcode, it's Barcode. And down here in the bottom position, his opponent representing Rival, it's Dipwood. So this is going to be a TVT on Coda LE, so everything works out eventually. And there goes half the viewers, just from the cringe. But other than that, looks like this is going to be a standard game. Neither player has decided to cheese just yet. There's no SCVs on the other side of the map for either player. And the supply depot is just going down in the bases. Dipwood deciding to put his behind the mineral line. That's a bit different than normal. Sometimes you put it here, sometimes you... Well, actually, it's not that difficult to imagine, I assume. Just worried about Reapers. He knows this is a TVT, and Reapers are a really good scouting unit. But they aren't that good at scouting if you wall off the backside of your base. And on the back of this, he is throwing down a refinery for a gas first. That is going to give him that factory a little bit quicker than his opponent, who has decided to go for a barracks before his gas. So this is going to be a 12 racks, 13 gas, and everything starting to even out. These players have chosen their builds. They are locked in for this game. And we're going to have to see who wins, the unranked or the master. Now, as a Barcode player, we don't really know who he is. He could be a foreign pro just trying to make it in this cruel, cruel world of StarCraft, or he could be a guy who has decided he likes barcodes, because barcodes are the way to be cool in StarCraft. You guys know it, I know it, and the whole towns know it. If you're a Barcode, you're probably some great player unless you are in Platinum or below. That is the one time Barcodes are not cool. But other than that, we do have a Reaper coming out for Dipwood. He's also got his factory coming out pretty quickly just because of that extra refinery gas he has been mining. And it looks like our Barcode player is going to get the first scout off of all of this. But Dipwood is going to have the more aggressive scouting tools, aka one that can shoot. But on the back of this, we do have our Barcode, making sure he is perfectly safe from any kind of Reaper aggression. Just walling off the ramp with these guys. They are like a wall. But on the other side, that SCV does see the Reaper, who gets his first kill of basic boot camp. That is the boot camp of a Reaper. Just kill whatever you can, whenever you can. Barcode, seeing this, decides to put a couple Marines right where that Reaper can jump up. But it looks like our friend Mr. Reaper is going to attack move over here, which is not right here where these Marines are. But he is going to go up the ramp though. These two Marines do have the DPS to stop it from getting any kind of scout. And behind this we do have a tech lab on the way for Barcode. It is attached to the factory right now, but that can be easily rearranged there with that starport. And it looks like Dipwood's looking to be very aggressive in the first few minutes of this game. We have a second Reaper and a Hellion coming on in. Two Marines may beat one Reaper, but they don't beat two plus a Hellion. He's going to need all 5 of his Marines here. Doesn't want to line his Marines up though. Good Hellion shot so far, but that Hellion is going to go down. The Marines trying to do what they can here. The one Reaper may die, and it does die. That Reaper deciding to run here. He's a bit razzled, but deciding to come back around. Knows that Marine is low and takes it out. This is going to pull off a couple SCVs. Just make sure no more damage is done. And we do have a Widow Mine, making sure that Reaper does not come up that ramp the same way. Technically, he can just go in up this ramp that the Marines were on, but he's going to decide to just hang out here as another Hellion spawns across the map. We do have one more Hellion coming in to make it 2 Hellions and a Reaper. A formidable force here if he doesn't run into that Widow Mine. So what he could do is take this Reaper, run it up the ramp, detonate the mine, and then bring the Hellions in for an assault. But yeah, that is actually what he's going to do here. Could have tried to do some friendly fire damage to the Marines, but to each his own. And the Hellions trying to do some work on the Marines. Good spread out of Barcode. That is top tier gaming right there. But the Hellion not going to do much. Good work from Barcode defending that attack. And we do have a Banshee for both player coming onto the other side of the map. Siege tank production has started, and it looks to me like both players deciding to go for the standard macro game of Marines and siege tanks. But these two are going to be rivals. Who's going to get the DPS done first? On this side of the map, we already have one down. The engineering bay has been completed, but it's not enough. You also need a missile turret. That's a very important step in this. And this guy just kind of sitting out, not really doing a lot. Taking out Marines, attacking the siege tank, but it really needs to be taking care of SCVs. But it can't be in range of that tower. And the Viking on the other side of the map does force the Banshee away. And here comes the attack out of Barcode. Guy just making sure that this command center doesn't go up. And a bunker coming down. Barcode wants to end it right here, right now. We may not be able to if the reinforcements from Dipwood are able to get out. But we shall have to see. This siege tank is going to be a vital piece of this defense here. Looks like it is going to siege up, and this siege tank coming in up and close for a personal engagement. So that tank does fall, but the siege tank may also die. No, it doesn't. And reinforcements are just streaming across the map for Dipwood. Gotta get on top of that siege tank, or he's gonna lose this game. Dipwood is. Barcode doing what he can with what he has, doing a very good job with this attack. Needs to start focusing down SCVs. Vikings almost get taken out there by the missile turret, but they instead get taken out by the siege tank. So they get out of the sky for missiles and just get taken out by frags. And I did say that right, that is frag. This may be the internet, but it is not what you think. But we do have that siege tank starting to do some massive amounts of work. Already 2 kills on it. Aiming for the gases, very smart. As a Terran, you need gas for siege tank. And on the back of this, he also has a command center coming down, so he's going to have that economic advantage if Dipwood doesn't hold this. Of course, it does come out. Of course, if Dipwood doesn't hold this, he probably just lost the game. But here we go. The hero Banshee gonna do some work on these siege tanks with 11 kills. I think they have been pretty much worth it. 14 deaths coming down from those SCVs. That's not the right button. Let's put that back up. Put that down. Nope. Let's do that. And then that. And then that. And Barcode deciding to back off for now. He has the advantage here with that really fast command center. Of course, the command center over here had to be canceled or destroyed, so he's got to remake it right now, so it's going to be a long ways off compared to the one of Barcode, who can just kind of just float it over. It's really what you're supposed to do with command centers. But we do have another Banshee coming up to no avail, I believe, just because there are missile turrets in very good position. And as soon as we fly in here, it's almost going to get taken out. Not yet. There are no Vikings, however, so it could camp right here and do some damage to the mineral line. Both players deciding to go for bio this game, have both barracks starting, but the one over here just not going to finish. Just about no. So already this Banshee getting 6 kills is doing a very good job. It does need to get out of there. There is enough coverage by the missile turrets to detect this. And I mean, Dipwood trying to do some counter damage here, did a very nice little job. The account of workers is now almost even. Dipwood being only 1 worker behind here. Of course, if we look at the income tag, Barcode actually not mining as well as his opponent on the other side of the map. I wonder why. Well, obviously he needs to get that back into a right position. That missile turret may actually be blocking it. That's actually not a good thing for him. But Dipwood just making sure he gets that income advantage. These guys had to be forced off the line, so they weren't able to really mine as they were supposed to be doing. But one of his saving graces is he's going to have a lot faster stim. He's going to have a lot faster combat shield. On the other side, Dipwood deciding to go for +1 attack instead. It's going to give a slight boost to these guys, but combat shields and stim is a lot better than what you're going to get out of that attack upgrade. Still not starting stim either, so he's going to be far delayed. If Barcode decides to take a very good engagement here, he's going to do very well. But Dipwood landing these Vikings just to chase down that one Marine. He's the distraction Marine. Run, man. He's escaping the cop speed right now. But he's going to stop and get taken out. These are GTA 5 cops here. Shoot first, ask questions later. Not ask, well, maybe ask questions later. But a good scan goes down, revealing all the tech, knows that it's bio, and he does not know how far along this combat shields and stim pack are. But at this point, it's a little bit moot. I'm going to throw down refineries on his side of the map, but still no stim. This is a pro tip from me, the Platinum League player. Make stim pack, but I can't really say anything to him. He did say when he got this replay online that he was off racing as a Terran. I think actually I've seen him before as a Protoss player, so that would explain why no stim. Another scan coming down. I think it was by... must have been by Dipwood, I believe. But here comes the next big attack out of Barcode. It's kind of hard to call him Barcode. I don't know why. But another scan going to try and reveal this army. Actually just trying to reveal a good path here. Looks like he wants the elevator into the main. That's actually a good position in a Viking battle. To position your units. Siege tank already covering it, but we'll have to see. Barcode does have the siege tank advantage. No, he actually doesn't. It just doesn't look like it because Dipwood is spread out a lot better with his tanks. Barcode really can't engage up into there, but he does have stim. That is very important for him. On the side, +1 weapons has begun. Excuse me, for Barcode. And he's going to send a couple scatter marines, making sure that no third base is going to be taken. These three Vikings itching for a kill. Going to land here and get that one marine. He's going to pay for being a marine in a Viking world. That was a very bad joke, but you know what? Who cares? On the back of this, he's got his army coming down. Second engineering bay. Going to try and do a bit more with his upgrades. He's going to have the upgrade lead almost. Dipwood's going to have a lot faster on his +1, but there is no second eBay and no way to get +2, mainly because there's no armory as well. Do have Marines pretty well spread out for Barcode player. I think I saw a drop coming down, and yes, I did. That is a very formidable force. You have 2 tanks and about, let's count that, 8 Marines. That's very good. Another engagement coming down on the other side of the map. Stim is going to catch a couple of these Vikings. These Vikings die. Those medevacs going to go free reign here. And if those go free reign, this attack is going to be a whole lot more powerful. But the drop coming in on the other side of the map. Going to scan before Dipwood is... No, Barcode is. And here comes the attack. Not landing in time, but he does get all of his forces on the other side. Going to clear out this small invasion force. His stim's almost done, but not quite yet. Once that's finished, this attack is going to get a lot more powerful. For the moment, he's still boxed in his base. This is sort of a soft contain, but not really. Stim about to finish again, I say again. Still 10 seconds off, but these siege tanks already doing massive amounts of work. Going after this supply depot is going to supply block him. A big drop actually going in the main for Barcode. He's a little bit desperate here. Not really desperate, but he just doesn't want to lose this game to something like that. Doing a lot of damage, killing off all the units of Dipwood. Doing a lot of damage here with this force. Probably said that like 6 times now. Checking the upgrades on those Vikings. Siege tanks not really going to be taken out anytime soon. They got the spread from their buddies here. The missile turret actually going to help there with that Raven. And these guys on the other side of the map just trying to do what they can. The supply block is real for Barcode players. So many supply depots were taken out. You can now finally stim. Dipwood can. Starting to harbor a lot of minerals. But this next attack going to try and come in from here. The attack in the main actually cleaned up. So Dipwood actually holds this off. It is in a really good position. He's still got this drop off in the main base. He's got Barcode does have +2 though. That's going to give him the upgrade advantage. No, actually he still doesn't have a +1 armor. It's going to be a bit of a mistake. And actually Barcode is still engaging into these siege tanks. Not a good thing to do. Siege tanks are really good, especially in TVT when all you can make are these really soft squishy guys. You could also make Marauders, but Dipwood deciding not to do that this game. Actually, a little bit of micro mistake here. Dipwood bringing his units into that siege tank. So, he's going to lose a couple for free. These guys are going to lose a couple for free for Barcode as well. And that siege, that factory is actually in range here. That's a big problem. On the other side of the map, Barcode has no units. He's got this one tank who really needs to go home. And Dipwood, again, is just in a really good position. We're at the 21-minute mark. And Barcode just going for those attack upgrades. He really wants to get armor is what he needs at this point. Just to tank those tank shots. But on the back end, Dipwood still has his third base up and running. This one is up and running too, but look at the income difference. It's almost double for Dipwood what Barcode is mining. These medevacs going free range, just making sure he can see everything that goes on. He unsieges the tanks, and it's going to get out of there because he had no more Marines to cover his tanks. And looks like Barcode deciding to bring all his units back for maybe not one last huzzah, but one last defense. If he can hold this off, he's still not in a very good position, but it's not going to matter too bad. We have the second factory coming down right now. Dipwood going for another attack. The siege units, we do have 6 tanks for Dipwood and 4 for Barcode. And look at the army supply here, 25 to 52. Dipwood just in a really commanding position here. He's looking to take this game. The production of Barcode is really starting to suffer, mainly because of all those supply blocks. We do have 4 supply depots on the way right now. But we also have SCVs not mining. That's going to hurt his income. And it looks like he's going to try and drop Barcode is. And Dipwood going to look at this. Actually, not. He's going to try and drop on top of the tanks. Not going to try it actually. I keep saying 2 different words when I mean another one, but you know what? Doesn't matter. And here comes the big drops out of Dipwood. It looks like he's going to try and take 2 separate positions at once here, dropping one and attacking the other. But all these Marines going to get taken out. See, a couple of siege tanks are traded out, but +3 Marines are pretty good, but they're not good in forms of tanks. We do have +1 attack over here, +1 vehicle weapons, and I mean, Dipwood just gonna clean out this base. A lot of SCVs dying here. They can't stay there. So far, 34 workers have been killed in this game to the 14 of Barcode. He's gonna drop on top of this tank. Dipwood is, and he's just gonna take out this entire base with all its SCVs. They tried to repair that tank, but it didn't work. So they gotta go. They gotta get out of there. This base is completely forfeit. If he saves it, he may be able to recover, but he's losing all his production buildings. No siege tanks on the way here. Actually, he does have a siege tank on the way. I lied. And the Manor Mule, that guy should start mining minerals just to rub it in the face, but he's not going to do that. It's just a Manor Mule. It's not a mining mule. Got dropped, said, you know what? I don't feel like mining minerals. I'm that manor. But yeah, these Banshees are going to do a lot of work, especially in the position they're in. The Marines going to take it out before losing a siege tank. But, I mean, Dipwood has this game pretty much. More units streaming across the map. This small force is going to move their way in here. SCVs pull up the line to fight. +1 Marines, +2 Marines. Actually not going to be... Actually, I'm just gonna quit that thought there. Dipwood, congratulations, takes the game, drops the second Manor Mule. Barcode had to go, and thank you guys for watching this game. I'll see you guys next time.